Hello, guys. Today is my mom's 65th birthday party, and we are throwing it down, cooking something for the party. As you can see on the menu, we have fried potatoes, we have barbecue chicken, steamed cabbage, we have beef stew, we have mandazi, and I'm in charge of cooking some of it. So I'll be cooking the seasoned fried potatoes, as you can see. That's going on already. And I'll also be cooking the beef stew. I'll be cooking the chicken, the barbecue chicken, and the steamed cabbage. My sisters are in charge of the other meals. The pilau rice, the mandazi, and I may have forgotten one or two, but yeah, so join me as I cook for my mom's birthday party. She deserves the best, so we're gonna make her a great meal and celebrate it with some of her friends who are coming over. So happy birthday, Mom. Here we go. So I'm doing the potatoes. I think I shared with you how to make that in a previous video. I'll link it down below. And I'll go ahead and, as I'm frying the potatoes, I'll also be putting in the fried chicken, the barbecue chicken. So these potatoes, the way I make them is I boil them first, just peel them, put them in a pot, boil, and don't let it boil too much. Just don't let it break down, just enough. And as soon as it's done, I put some seasoning on it. I like putting some garlic, maybe some garlic, onion powder, some curry powder, and any spice that you may like, cumin, and then just spread it, shake it a little bit. And at this point, it's already spiced, and all I'm doing is just deep frying it. You have to make the oil really hot so it doesn't soak in, the oil. So it's really hot oil. Then as soon as it gets in, just reduce the fire so it's just cooking well. And do it I had to do like different batches, maybe a couple of batches, 3-4 batches of that. So as you can see, what I'm doing is just frying the potatoes. All right, the potatoes are ready. That's how they look like. I did a good job. All right, on to the next thing. All right, the barbecue chicken drumsticks go in the oven. I've already boiled it with some spices and put some barbecue on it and put it in an aluminum pan, and it goes in the oven for about 400 degrees, and it's gonna be for maybe 30 minutes. All right, so we put it in there and we'll see the results at the end. All right. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and steam my cabbage. I put in some onion and a little oil, olive oil, and I let the onion cook a little bit until it's like translucent. Don't let it burn. And then my cabbage is already chopped, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the cabbage into my pan, and I'll just let it cook a little bit. What I'm doing is letting it, mixing it, letting the onions mix in, then adding the cabbage a little at a time, and just mix it up. The good thing with cabbage is you don't need to let it cook for a long time. Just a little bit, just steam it, and it will be nice. A little bit of crunch. Don't let it be soggy and soft and mushy. So I let it steam for a little bit, and that should be done in just a little while. I'm gonna then add a little salt and maybe curry or some other spice. Not too much, just a little bit for taste. Yep, so there I'm adding some salt, as you can see. Then I'm going to grab curry, and I'm gonna add a little curry in there, and just let it steam for a little bit, and it's all done. Simple, but very tasty. So that's the curry. Just adding in some curry. There you go. Just like a tablespoon and a half, or tablespoon or two. And that's I think they call it the Simba curry. It's a pretty good curry. Tastes really good. All right, I'll mix it up, and then I'm gonna just let it steam for a little bit, and it will be done soon. Looks like it's now ready. All done. So the cabbage is ready. Put it to the side. On to the next thing. I'm getting ready to prepare the beef stew. So I have my onion and garlic frying in oil in there. I have my beef stew already boiled and it's tender. So I'm mixing the onion and garlic mixture. The onion and garlic is cooked to a brown color, and then I'm getting ready to add in the peppers. I like some bell peppers mix that I'm gonna add shortly. So just cooking that up. The smell is amazing. I love the smell of garlic and onion, and then when I add the bell peppers, it's gonna be even more amazing. So there I have the red, yellow, green peppers added in there. So the color is going to be all like rainbow, all colorful. So there's my mixing it in there. The reason I add it later rather than earlier is so that the bell peppers don't cook too much, so we'll still have the crunch of the bell peppers. So mix it in there. All right, and I'm getting ready to add in my beef as soon as that is cooked. So I'm adding in the beef without the soup, so it's really sizzling. You can hear the sizzling, and the smell is also amazing. There's so much going on around me, and it's just good vibes, happy family chatter. We're just having a good time, and everyone is, chiming in to make this day successful. And it's just amazing. I wish I could have you guys hear what everyone was saying, but I can't. But yeah, it was just good vibes, laughing, children running around. It's always a good time with family. So there I have my beef stew, just mixing in everything. Then I'll let it cook for a little bit, add in the spices, and then finally add in the broth that I would have left in that small pan that I boiled the meat in. And before that, I'll add some peas and carrots, just to make it even more healthy. So there is my stew. So let's see how it turns out. spices now. That's the curry. I'm adding in some curry there. All right, and next I'll be adding in also some garlic and some other spices. So first salt, a little bit of salt, not too much. All right, and just mix that up first. Make sure that it's evened out. So it's been cooking for a while, so the beef is really soaked in all the vegetables, the onions. That's garlic powder that I'm adding there. Give it more flavor. Yeah, and it's coming along fine. Smelling good. Just a little bit of pepper, not too much because not everyone likes the pepper. And I'll mix that up. Mix that up well. It's coming along fine. Yeah, smells good. Just testing for salt. Alright, then I'm gonna add in my peas and carrots. I use the frozen ones. They've been out for a while, so they're not frozen anymore. So I'll add in 2 bags of that, 2 small bags, just to give it some color and just some healthy vegetable addition to my beef stew. Alright, at this point I think I decided that 1 bag is enough, so instead I'm gonna go ahead and add my tomato paste. This helps make the stew even tastier, and just add to the thickness of the soup, because I'll add the broth and the soup will be thick and taste good. So I've added in my tomato paste, and now I'm adding in the broth just to mix in that tomato paste and just help it have like a thick soup, and it looks good. Alright, then I decided that 2 of those bags would be better, so I added in my second bag. So that's that. So I've added in the second bag of peas and carrots and mix it in, so gives it a little bit more a body to it, makes it look even more colorful. And then I'll add in the broth. Just add in all of it at this point. And with that tomato paste in there, it will look really good. The color is good and it will taste good as well. So mixing that in, so making the stew for about 20 people. So I think that's good enough, and it's tasty and flavorful, colorful. Just tasting the stew. There you go. Tastes good. All right, the stew has come to a boil, and now I'm adding in some coriander, chopped coriander leaves, and that gives it like a fresh taste. It makes it taste so good. I love coriander. So I'm gonna mix that in. The stew has come along well, and it's nice and thick, and the carrots and peas are not overcooked. They're just right, and the stew is ready. It smells amazing. The spice is just perfect, giving it a last taste, and I love the way it tastes. This is going to go well with the rice and all the other food. So, giving it a last stir, and it should be ready in a bit.